Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. So as you can see today I'm going to be recording using my phone, and the reason why is because I'm going to be installing Linux on this laptop over here. So that's why I'm going to be using the camera, because I can now record and install in the same time. Today we're going to be installing Endeavour. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's a Linux distribution, and you might be wondering why I'm installing Linux. Well, there is a story time behind it. And here there was an SSD and an NVMe, and I was using both at the same time. I had Windows installed on the SSD and Ubuntu installed on the NVMe, right? At some points, I had to take the SSD out of this and put it in the 2006 MacBook over here, which worked just fine in there, but I was left with one problem. Windows 11 or 10 doesn't want to install without the existence of the SSD and the inside the PC. So for some reasons, the bootloader doesn't want to get installed on the NVMe, and basically I cannot install Windows. And I was left with one choice, which is installing Linux, which did work. I did install previously. Before this installation, I installed, what is it called? Let me remember. It was XFCE distro. I don't really remember the name of it, but yeah, it was super boring. I didn't like it, so I did want to move on to KDE Plasma, which is much better, graphically better, of course, and I will have much more fun with this, honestly. So yeah, let's just get into it. And here we're gonna select, this is gonna be really weird because I'm gonna be recording with a hand and installing with another hand. Let's just try to make this like that, so it's more focused. Okay, so I will select just next. Okay, this is interesting. So please select a bootloader option for your install. Already so what's to provide simple experience with what most just defaults. Okay, so there's a problem. The bootloader doesn't install no matter what. With Linux or without Linux, there is no bootloader whatsoever because the SSD problem I have. But in here, there is three options. So there's no bootloader, Guru bootloader, and system. What is that? System debootload. Interesting. I don't know which one should I use, but I don't know if I should go with Guru or this one. Okay. I don't really know, honestly. Should I just select this one? Okay, I will select this one. Install alongside. Yeah, so room for Mercury Neo. Okay, so this is the SSD I have, and yeah, let me just lower the brightness a little bit. Replace partition, erase disk. Yeah, no swap. Do I need a swap? Replace. Oh my god, like I'm really noob when it's about Linux, honestly. Replace partition with Mercury Neo. Yeah. So basically that's what I will do. Yeah, that's what I exactly. So in here there is like the old distro, and this will be completely replaced with another one, which is this one we're gonna be installing. So current, wait, it says STE. What does erase disk? Okay, so this might be, I'm gonna add a swap, honestly, even if I don't know what that means. I heard that it's something for RAM or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know what that means. Yeah, so just like usual, I will name it Jason. I don't know why, but I just choose the name Jason every time I'm installing something or an operating system in general. So yeah, I'm gonna put a password real quick. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, here you go. Then repeat the same password, and then yeah, just use the same password for it. Okay, perfect. Next, should I install? Let's install. Install now. Go ahead. Here you go. So it's gonna start installing now, and we hope that it does install with no problems. I usually face problems when installing. The last time when I installed the previous distro of Linux, I faced an error, but it was fine. The system boots it just fine after that error, but I don't know if the same thing will happen. And yeah, it's 7%, as you can see. But overall, KDE is much better than XFCE. XFCE is like more powerful, but for a little bit of extra beauty on your system, you can just install KDE. It's gonna be a really good option. Also, my processor is a Core i5 third generation with 8 gigabytes of RAM. I tried to upgrade it, but I need to have same speed RAMs, and in that case, I don't. Like I have other DDR3 RAMs, but they're not the same speed, so it wasn't compatible with my system. So I stayed with the 8 gigabytes of RAM on the little thingy. Okay, overall, let's just go to terminal or console. I don't know what it's called, depends on what operating system you're using. And let's just search for, not search, but type Neo. And I hope it's installed. Oh, it's not installed. So I gotta install it. Or I will do that after the installation is done. For now, let's just wait for that thing to get installed. So the installation was super quick, honestly. It didn't really take that long. So yeah, that's a good thing. So I'm gonna just click on done, close this window, and restart and see if it's actually gonna installed on my NVMe. By the way, I was like, checking this out while it was installing. Is this gonna load? Is this gonna load? Is this gonna load? Is this gonna load? It's gonna take 5 seconds and then it's gonna move to the next screen. Okay, so wait. No way. No way it did work. Oh my god, it did work. God dang. Alright. So that's really cool. Literally installed it in how long? Less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. Yeah. So I'm gonna type the password over here, and there you go. It's done. Literally. Look at that. But anyways, check this out. This is the laptop that I bought for $10. As you can see, it's a MacBook 2000, the 2006 variant that came with 1 gigabyte or 2 gigabytes of RAM and 160 gigabytes storage. And here is it. Also, yeah, it comes with a Core 2 Duo, which is really cool, not gonna lie. But here we are in the Linux distro. This was the smoothest installation I've ever been in. Not gonna lie, with all honesty, look at all of this. When I was recording, I realized my finger was appearing somewhere in here, which was really annoying. I'm sorry, guys. But here we are in our desktop. I will call it Mercury OS because somewhere in the settings it says Mercury OS. So that's what I'm going to be calling it. And yeah, this was my experience with this Linux distro. Overall, this is my first time using it. And I'm wondering if I can install it on here. Like, just wondering, I know it's not going to install. I know it's going to be hard to install that and that. Or maybe it's possible if I got something called Refits, bootloader or whatever on that thing. But I cannot, since I don't have the Mac OS then installed on it, because basically the SSD on that thing have only that, and they need macOS 10 in order to install something like that, or Windows 10, or any operating system I want to install. But anyways, I will make a separate video about this one for sure. But now let's just focus on that. So look how beautiful is the operating system, honestly. With the quality of the camera, it's gonna be awful, but you get the points. Look at all of that. I miss the KDE Plasma, I'm not gonna lie. It's been like last month I used KDE Plasma. The last time I used KDE Plasma was about like 3 to 4 months ago when I installed, I remember, Manjaro OS. But yeah, here we are. Look at all of that. I know it's going to be working just fine with no problems whatsoever because, all my previous experiences with KDE were good. So I have no doubt that this is going to be one of them as well. And yeah, just wanted to share the experience and see if it's going to actually install. And it did install, which is really cool. And maybe I'll make a separate video, as I said, about installing something else on here. I'm planning to install Windows. No, Windows. Yeah, Windows XP or 7, one of two. Depends. If it can install Windows 7 64, I will be installing it. But if not, I will be installing Windows XP 64, which I just downloaded down there. And yeah, hope you like this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know what I should be making a video about in the next one. And yeah, this was it, and see you in the next one.